Hey guys, welcome back to Survival Records. And if this is being released the day I think it is, Merry Christmas. If you're watching it on release day, then thanks for taking the time out of a special day to enjoy something that I've made. I appreciate that, and I hope that you get as much joy and happiness out of this as possible. If not, then, well, I'm happy you're here anyway. So, last time we expanded the storage options because we had a absolutely full ore chest here, and it looks like it's still full, so I'm guessing that, yeah, these are now also labeled as ore chests. Now, I have disabled the automatic labeling of the the cargo containers. I've disabled the automatic labeling for the cargo containers because I don't want things being accidentally moved around without me doing it on purpose. And I've also gotten a good bit of advice that the Izzy's inventory manager on the ship ought to work correctly if I change it to script. No. Yeah. I have to edit this and make sure that it is running in ship mode. So let me figure that out and I'll bring you right back. Alright, so that's working again, and now my ships are both being managed by Izzy's, and it's looking correct, although it's telling me, and you can see down in here on this screen, that had to wait for it to scroll back up, but there we go. Medium cargo container special. Number 5 is missing the following items. 14 medium caliber ammo. So I have medium caliber ammo at 50 of them as necessary. So I am going to go ahead and get myself up to 100 of them. That should redo it. But then I'm noticing up here that the production is moving pretty slow. Like, I mean, not really slow. That's still pretty speedy. But there's a lot to go to catch back up with everything. So I think one of the first projects I'm going to work on is getting a bunch of speed modules onto this this assembler. Yeah. Although, maybe I ought to pay more attention to my to-do list. Let's see. Okay, I still haven't worked on the greebling. The massive doors are kind of outside. They need materials to make. The repair bay also need materials to make it. Defense turrets from factory. Okay, so I guess I'm working on the factory right now. And let's get the factory finished up. That's speed modules on the assembler. And I guess, I don't know. Let me do some testing. Maybe yield, maybe speed modules on the refineries. Well, here are the numbers, and you can see them right up there, the second line from the bottom. For the Tier 2 speed module, I'm at plus 58% productivity, plus 68%, plus 82%. Now that's a... I don't know how the math would work on that, because it's not like you're it's a multiplication of the time it takes to complete the work, but that's not necessarily a... Anyway, those are the numbers for Tier 2, 3, 4. But then I haven't unlocked the Tier 4 yield module. But the yield module is times 1.10 effectiveness and 1.13 effectiveness. And actually, let me check this one. What does it say? 1.09% effectiveness. Well, rather than loading up Creative World and plopping these things all down and doing some extensive testing, I think what I'm going to do is just lay out some... have it be dictated more by what resources I think I can easily create. So let's go ahead and grab some metal plates. And this is going to require some speed on here. Here, and here. Now I gotta build those up. Alright. Do I want to do this all by hand? Or do I want to build a ship and make a little ion-powered construction vehicle? I think I like the idea of doing that. Let me play around with that idea. I changed my mind. I'm going to do some testing, see what the differences are here, and look at that, I've got a free open bed to do it in. I just need to go and do this. Now, we were looking at these as options. So, like, let's take, let's make it even to itself. Tier 3. I'm gonna go ahead have 3 of the, or sorry, 4 Tier 3 and 4 Tier 3. Alright, now that will yield modules versus speed modules. Now, obviously, I'm going to end up with more material when I do a... Oh, it's letting me do all of everything, so let's do those. Obviously, I'm going to end up with more material, but, like, effectively, what's more important? Like, am I going to end up with more material faster by this? Am I going to end up... Okay, say I want to have... Oh, man, this is confusing. Say I want to have 1,000 units. Am I going to get to 1,000 units by refining things in the speed... with the speed modules faster than with the yield modules? Because the yield modules might make it so that I end up having 2,000 units total. And it is in half the time. So let's do iron, probably the easiest thing. So where would I want to go for? Here, gold. Gold ore, and I want to spawn 100,000 into it. Oh. I want to turn it off first. And I want to drop that on the floor. Okay, it looks like it can't hold 100,000. So absolutely full. 22,297. Let's do the same thing over here. Turn it off first. Shift F10. And spawn into target container. Now I will look at this and do Control X, delete. Yes. All right.
Energy low.
Oh, let's rename them, call them test. Let me set things up when we start the test. Alright, here we go. We are going to turn on both refineries at the same time. And here's the comparisons. So obviously this one on the bottom... Oh, dang it, I don't know which one is the speed one and which one is the yield one. I guess that's actually, I couldn't tell you which one was which. This one... So... This one has the speed modules on it. And this one has the yield modules on it. Okay. So the yield test is at more... Oh, okay. So that's interesting. The yield modules are producing more material in the same, and in the same amount of time as the speed modules are. So I think those yield modules are certainly worthwhile. And look, the speed modules here are down to 20,000.06 mass. So I'm actually getting more material faster with the yield modules than with the speed modules. Obviously, the speed modules compared to nothing. Like if I had a third one here that had no modules, I suppose that might be a worthwhile comparison too. All right, this is definitely answering the question for me. The yield modules are just better than the speed modules. Now let's go ahead and clean this up. Delete that, delete that, that, and Control X. I mean, not that the gold was like really worth all that much, but you know, don't want to be accused of cheating. Although, I mean, it's a single-player game. Who would I be cheating other than myself? Maybe you guys, with your expectations of perfection on my part. Anyway, with that knowledge, I'm going to go ahead and definitely invest in getting the yield modules on the backs of these. And yeah, then to weld them up, I think I'm going to go ahead and build a... Oh man, no, I'm going to weld these up first. By hand. It'll be a little tedious, but it'll be worthwhile. Like, I've got one here that I should be able to finish getting at. Yeah. Oh. Dang it. Well, it was 9 things. What was I missing in there? Yeah, it was creating the metal plates. Oh, and tier 4 motors. Okay, well, good to know I didn't mess that up entirely. Wait a minute. Need tier 4 motor to build a speed module tier 4. Production. I thought this was a tier 4 assembler. Why can't I create tier 4 motors? I can make a tier 4 assembly motor. Oh, because I'm in the assembler tier 3. That makes more sense. One drawback from being connected... No, I don't need that many. Let's do that many. One drawback from being connected to the ship here. Now, I guess I'm going to leave these in place because, well, while it's connected, it is using this and producing some iron or uranium. But I did speed modules on that. I might have to rethink all of that. For the meantime, though, I'm going to go ahead and get this going. All right. Now I know my plans. I'll bring you back when I'm implementing them. Alright, here's the plan. Turn on the welders, let the welders do their job. But while that's happening, I need to work on something else. I'm running out of sleep. I'm running out of sleep. I need to sleep. I'm tired. I took out the cryopod there, and I don't have a cryopod available to me because KJK is still in that one. So I'm thinking I might put one in here. Replace this vent with another cryopod. Yeah. Oh, but that's not connected, so that needs to go here, which means I might need to move this. Yeah, move this out of the way, and I need to... I guess I'm done. I guess I could enable the nanobot build and repair system. Huh. I hadn't even considered that yet. Yeah, because I have a tier 4 assembler right here. Okay. Yeah, let's think about that next. But in the meantime, let's put I guess we can just put this stuff down for now. Get this out of my inventory, put it back here. Like that. And like that. And this one's going to take a while to run back and forth. because I don't have easy port to access it. It's going to be easier to do it this way. Alright, let me finish this up, get some sleep going on, and I'll take a look at build and repair. Uh-oh. That's oxygen that I've run out of. There. And more metal components. So, here's the build and repair block. I don't know how I feel about it. I was just rereading through the mod description, and I'll be honest, I haven't really watched many examples of its use. I saw a few things that Kanajashi did with it, but I know that, like, Splitsy, he never uses it, and I haven't really had a chance to watch up on a lot of other players. So, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a... Well, I don't know. Like, part of the challenge that I enjoy is figuring out how to weld everything. You know, as you can see here, we are... Oh, look at that. I don't know. It's just... I'll install it. I'll see how it's used, see if I like it or not. But, like, you know, these are structural scaffolding blocks for measuring the stuff out. They're not necessarily permanent blocks that I want there all the time. Does that mean it's just going to constantly be trying to weld these things up? I don't know. But let's give it a shot. I'm gonna go ahead and plop it into the floor here. And then it'll just be sitting here next to the assembler. So... Oh, I've got a block for it. I was noticing it has directional arrows on it. Front, back, etc. So... Here we go. Block is switched off. That's okay. Walk mode versus fly mode. So I'll stick with walk mode for now, so it's not going to just go out into space. Weld before grind. Okay. When check, the system will ignore blocks with color defined further down. Yeah, ignore that. Okay, so this is how I could set a color to be what I tell it to grind things up. Let's turn that off. I don't want to grind or build any projected things. Or maybe I do. Maybe there's like blocks inside the espelta that need projection. Priority, so like it would weld things up with a priority first. Okay. Grind blocks of the color defined. No, don't grind anything for me for now. Don't grind anything. Okay. Yeah. This is collect things. Alright, let's just turn it on, see what happens. Oh. That's a lot of noise. And it looks like it's doing up the floor blocks? Yikes. See, you know, I'm thinking, oh, man. This makes it so I don't have to worry about making a new ship. But I don't want to worry about making a new ship, I want to make a new ship. Alright. I wish there was a way that I could set this so that it would weld up damaged blocks and damaged blocks only. Right? I don't know. I'm really going to have to consider this. If you guys can think of any alternative mods that I might want to use instead of this one, just to sort of, I don't know, spice up the flavor a little bit. I haven't really used the hacking computer. I used it once to get the, what's it called there? That pirate base. And I messed up the recording and you guys didn't even see me using it properly.
Energy critical.
Oh, energy, okay. So, I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is work on a... Let me decide. Let me think. Let me decide. Having considered it, I think that the build and repair nanobot system, you build up one block here, and it invalidates the need for a lot of other blocks. Like, I won't need a repair bay. Like, there won't be a reason for me to... And by repair bay, I'm thinking this, like, mechanism wherein the welders are all on pistons and arms, and they, like, move in and get the... get it all... back and forth, working that way. And then the other thing that it stops me from needing is a welding ship. Which kind of was the next thing I was thinking of building before I was reminded about the build and repair block. I don't know. I think I'm not enthusiastic about using it. Ergo, I'm not going to use it. Yeah, that's as simple as it is.
Inventory full.
Alright. Let's clean all this stuff up.
Inventory full.
And yeah, start working on start working on a new ship. Right. Here, let's put that away. Let's do this. The new ship is going to be based around a Well, it's going to be a welding ship, right? So, do a small welder. Let's. I want to like that. All right. And with that being the first block, let's get into laying out the rest of them. All right, well, here is the bare bones of a little welding ship. I've got a couple other ideas for how to make it even more interesting, more useful. Like, for instance, I want to go ahead and get Control Plus. Wait. Why is... Oh, right, I put down my tools. When I switch back and forth between, here we go. Okay, so Control Plus. There's the welding arc for the Tier 3 welder. And then there's one there and one there. So I'm thinking I might want to use a projector to project outward a grid lining up where I have those blocks to connect to. And provided I can't actually connect to those blocks, because you can't attach things on the front of this, right? You have to wait, hold up. Yeah, overlays off. Alright. So here I was. So can't weld anything up here. So I have to build just an outline of where the grid is. So, okay, On top of that, I'm going to put on some armor around the outside of this just to get it looking a little bit more fit, right? I don't want it to be a complete just infrastructure. And on top of that, I'm thinking I really ought to have more thrust than just 3 small thrusters in each direction. Yeah, at the very least I'll double it up on the reverse and add in another 2 on the back. But I figured I'd bring you guys back in and show you what I made it up so far. So, all right, let's work on doing those other bits. All right, here's something interesting that I am going to hopefully make work the first time I try it while showing you guys. Let's turn on the welders. Okay, so that's the extent to which I can get those blocks welded up. Now, if I turn on the projector and give it a weld outline. Okay. Now it needs to move forward a ways and down and such. Let me get that set up. Alright, it is sort of working insofar as I can now weld into place all of these blocks that are now being affected by the welders. And then it's just a matter of like shifting. Nope, wrong way. Let's go up to here and yeah. Alright. Nope, wrong one. Let's get all those installed over there. Alright, so now let's rotate it. Nope, not that way. Yeah, this way. And here we want to get it to come up out of the wall some. Perfect. And I'll just adjust where the blueprint is long enough to get it to work properly. And yep, this is all just for being able to build a cosmetics. Alright, so I'm going to mirror that over here. And yes, that's going to disconnect the two. Let's replace that merge block with a regular block. Alright, and now what color should I paint this thing? Also, should I maybe transition the edges? I think I'm going to transition the edges just to make it look good. So like spots like this, give it a curve, yeah. And then here, give it the curve from this piece. Alright, let me do that. Well, you know, here it is, and, you know, I'll add on some more details as I go. But utility ships like this, I also like how some of the pieces look. So I've added on some more thrusters, added on some spotlights, some generic lighting around as well. But the coolest thing that I think is really cool, you can see in the top corner there, I can put a projection out to highlight just how far this can reach when it's welding. And considering I don't have a guarantee that those lights light up red at the end of the welders, I give myself a little extra light. But we're going to do something that I've been wanting to do for a while now. And that is those blocks inside of the Espelta. Oh, there's one. Alright, it's those pieces that were inside the reaction chamber of the Espelta. They were just unwelded, and I never got into them. But it's good to finally get in there. Anyway, guys, I guess it's a little appropriate that I'm ending with a green hologram and red lights, because I have to get ready for Christmas in a couple of days here, which means I'm going to finish off this recording and wish you all a happy holidays. Until next time, thanks for watching.